You bastards are gonna own me.
Are you ready?
You bet your ass I'm ready.
You know, I'm not a big fan of that bark like a chicken, cluck like a dog stuff.
They think they'll beat the devil. Nobody beats me.
You can run, but you can't hide from Crazy Eddie.
Evil events from evil causes spring. Aristophanes said that.
Told you, good shot to the face always gets the juices flowing. Come on, let's tango.
So,
Sit back
relax and enjoy.
Oh my God.
You are psychotic.
And when I return, I'm to drink a bottle of scotch, as if it were Chicky von Richthofen's blood, and celebrate his death.
Can I get a hell yeah? Things I do for these people.
It's a bit more than I could bear.
A fusion of innocence, courage, and fury. In a city whose hero has vanished, three will find strength in each other.
Might be good for me to go kick some ass.
Birds of Prey, next week on the WB Wednesday.
It's not next week, everybody. Sorry. Spoiler alert. It is tonight because this happened back in October of 2002, finished in about early 2003. This is the Warner Brother Channel's DC's Birds of Prey. And this was just before Batman Begins was about to enter some early pre-production. So there's some wild theories out there about why Birds of Prey really got canceled. Was it the ratings? Was it the studios and brand confusion with Batman? I don't know. Time will tell, but that's what we got. So everybody can now clock in tonight. The graveyard shift has now begun as we discuss Birds of Prey. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please hit that like button on the way in. Share, subscribe below. And for all of our audio listeners, you will get this in a few days. Come follow us up on YouTube, Rumble, anywhere you watch videos, or if you just want to hang out with us on our typical podcast platforms, that's cool too. So, Kevin, I'm going to ask you the big question here. Did you ever watch this when it first aired?
Hells to the no. This was
Hells to the no. Was it?
Yeah.
Did the Smallville curse kill you on this one?
No. And see, I mean, I was a little persnickety on Smallville at that point, but my good friends watched it, and I wasn't going to disrespect him and be like, no, because he kept telling me how good it was. And eventually I did get into Smallville. By 2004, I was like, wow, this is actually really cool. So I think I was current with Smallville by season 4 or 5. And I liked it. It was soap operas with Superman. This is a little different. This I didn't catch. And I didn't catch Smallville either, again, because I didn't have cable at the time. So both were just like beyond me. I read about it in Wizard, which was the best that I can get. And I was pretty aware of Birds of Prey, and it wasn't really kind of my thing necessarily. And I knew that they'd changed some things, right, but I didn't know what. All I knew is I saw what looked like an Underworld cover or poster that looked like Kate Beckinsale in Underworld. And I was like, well, that's kind of a choice. All right.
I can add our promotional thumbnail. If you are following on YouTube, I can throw an overlay here in just a second that you could see. This was it right here. The big old promo poster for Birds of Prey on Wednesdays on the WB with the beautiful Ashley Scott looking all decadent on a gargoyle like Batman would do on top, except she's a little more, her legs are a little more spread. Just saying. Maybe not so much in the show, but that was the choice on the poster.
Yeah, no, it's more of a Robin pose than a Batman pose.
Correct. And I think they did that for that very reason, because they do reference Robin a few times.
And Batman broods a lot. Helena doesn't.
Correct. Oh,
Like,
Batman is
that's-
super broody in this show.
I was going to say that's the entire point of Batman in this show is like he's brooding the entire time. You don't see him. He's busy brooding.
Yep.
There are things in this show that do not add up, but
Oh yeah.
there's enough in the show that's enjoyable. So you just kind of like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, and we'll get to that very, very shortly about some overall opinions, and then we'll do our typical episode breakdown, everybody. But I remembered hearing about this show. I never saw it until DVD days. And yes, I have the DVD set, the original DVD set, where you had the slipcover.
Ooh.
So it's all embossed and everything. And it's got
Neato.
the little hologram foil. And it also comes with, what is it? All 30 episodes of the animated web-based series featuring the female heroes and rogues of Gotham City, called Gotham Girls, the complete series, plus the unaired pilot episode that had Sherilyn Fenn as the initial Harley Quinn, or Harleen Quinzel, I'm sorry.
Interesting.
But we got, what is it, Mia Sara?
Yes.
Who I thought she did a dandy job. But if you watch that unaired pilot, you could see the clips on YouTube somewhere where they actually show like the original Harleen Quinzel. She would have been fine, but that was definitely a different take because she had long black hair instead of the short blonde hair on Mia. So
Wow.
the look was different. The acting was a little bit better. I always feel like Sherilyn's like just a tick above Mia, but Mia's really good too. And I think Mia eventually got into full on Harley Quinzel mode by the end of the show. And I think it ended up working out.
Man, she for me, not to get too far ahead, but she was the highlight of the show. Mia was like the price of admission. I thought it was going to be Dina. No. It was Mia. Like, she just stole the whole damn show from me. She did so well at being manipulative, being a Hannibal Lecter and like trying to get people to do things just to amuse herself. All the while she's got her own machinations going in the background, trying to avenge Mr. J. And then she finds out who Helena is, and it's like it's her birthday.
Exactly. It's in true Harley fashion. I think the writers understood the assignment, and I think Mia understood the assignment completely. Like, I'm going to reserve my utter crazy moments for the big reveal, and that was the right choice.
I wonder if she knew Carol Kane, like personally, because
that's a good question.
She definitely had some of those mannerisms to almost like you bite, just randomly like snap and bite, kind of like the when she tells the guy to lose his mind, how he starts doing that
and to bark like a dog. But what kind of dog, Kevin?
Well, that was fucked up, dude.
I know.
Like, oh, he's neurodivergent.
Yep. Before it became a thing. If they put this show out today, this would be some crazy shit. I'm telling you, man.
You'd have to throw a British accent on that, and then it'd just make it fucking funny as shit. What kind of a dog?
Kind of.
Could be. Anyway, it's dry humor. But anyway, yeah, she was fantastic. She was savage. She was beautiful. She was funny. She was smart. And I'm gushing at this point. She won the show for me. And that's not to say that anybody else wasn't as good.
Well, you had Dina Meyer as Barbara Gordon, otherwise known as Batgirl, now currently Oracle in the wheelchair. And you also had Ashley Scott as the Huntress, Helena Kyle, Batman and Catwoman's daughter. We did not get the Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul, crazy, stupid, whatever the hell that was. This was more along the lines of, oh, if Batman 3 had happened and this was a continuation of all of that, this felt like this was fitting that sort of narrative. So the Tim Burton verse, they were borrowing from quite a bit and they actually reused some footage in the pilot for that.
The pilot later on in the series, the costumes
Through here and there. Yeah.
But that's okay, dude. That's cool because that adds to authenticity.
Well, that's called callbacks. That's Easter eggs. That wasn't the crutch of the show. Like they kept beating you over the head about Batman, Batman, Batman. No, her character, Ashley Scott, as Helena Kyle, literally says, I have daddy issues because my mother was murdered in front of me, just like Bruce Wayne's parents were murdered in front of him. It's like, oh, that's kind of fucked up, man.
Well,
and she admits, I have daddy issues because my daddy is Batman.
I'm
and Bruce Wayne. Wants none of his money. She works as a bartender. I mean, got to do what you got to do, kid. At least she didn't go into hooking.
I would have rathered.
Or strip club. Would you have preferred strip club?
No, actually, Selena runs a brothel in the Dark Knight Returns.
I know. I'm just joking.
I forgot about that. Joker catches her and dresses her up as Wonder Woman. And yeah, anyway, that was a bad story, Mr. Frank Miller. So in this they borrow from Pre-Crisis.
Yes.
Where
basically what I'm familiar with.
Yeah, where Huntress is their child. Later on, she's the daughter of a orphaned crime family or something like that, or her parents were killed by a crime family.
I think I remember hearing about that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm out.
Yeah, she's basically like a female Punisher, and you see her best represented, I think, in the Birds of Prey movie, which they did her really well in that, I thought. Better represented there than in this, but I do like this character. This character is much different than the new movie. I can't think of Ewan McGregor's
Harley Quinn
wife.
In the Emancipation of One, Harley Quinn in the Birds of Prey. Whatever.
No, I was thinking of Ewan McGregor's wife.
Oh, which one? The first or the second?
The one that was in Final Destination 3? The one right now?
That one.
I don't know. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Yeah.
Okay, the second wife. Gotcha.
Yeah. she plays the Huntress in the new movie, and it's not bad. Like, it's much better than than Suicide Squad. Not the Suicide Squad, but Suicide Squad. I like Mia Sara. I like her Harley much better than I like the
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, much better than Margot Robbie. I like Kaylee Cuoco more than Margot Robbie.
I like Margot Robbie more than Kaylee Cuoco. Come on.
I don't know.
Kaylee may have the voice. She does not have the look or the body for it, though.
Well, I mean, you put her in a unitard.
Well, she's got the curves for it, but she does not have the voice chops to nail that voice. But to be fair, Mia Sara didn't even do the proper voice for Harley Quinn in the show either.
Yeah, but at the same time, she had the attitude, though, and that kind of, or the spirit, the anima, and that's
the thing. She had the full core and spirit of what Harley Quinzel is the mild-mannered ball that's going to go into a freaking tornado at any moment.
Yeah, like they don't talk enough about it. Like, Harley really is Hannibal Lecter. She just does.
She's nuts, man.
She is a brilliant psychiatrist.
Brilliant.
And fell in love with a madman and went mad herself.
Yep. And loved playing with the toys of the other smaller villains throughout the show, which I'm like, oh, that works, because that Mr. J would be so proud that she's an element of chaos.
Yes. And he would just, I Joker would be proud of her.
Yep.
But it's hard to say at what point would he give her mad props necessarily versus feel upstaged because he is a total douche and can't have her doing better things than him. So, but yeah, I definitely agree. Joker would not have been upset by how well she did in this, as far as like just turning Gotham upside down.
Pretty much.
Another one of the things that they borrowed from, which was post-crisis, was No Man's Land, where they had Gotham be destroyed by an earthquake, and then New Gotham was built on top of it.
Right. That much I was able to follow.
Yeah.
It was a choice. I don't know if I would have gone that route personally, but back then, when you're introducing this show and characters to a bunch of new people, all you need is Gotham somewhere in there, and oh, hey, Batman.
Yeah. Gosh, No Man's Land was a good story. I liked it. It really was. Like it was a long, year-long, I think, crossover event.
I was gonna say, I thought that was about like 13 months.
Yeah, because I know there's a bunch of different trade paperbacks. It's not just one.
Yeah, it's a big ass story.
Yeah, and it affected the entire Bat family, and it was pretty decent. Each individual title had its own stories going, but they all intertwined.
Yep.
And so they took that storyline, I'm guessing because it was more recent and gonna guess known at the time, and they just kind of stuck it in there. But I don't know why it was necessary. Just call it Gotham, unless it was one of those things where you can't say the name or it's licensed somewhere else, copywritten somewhere else.
Right.
Because this was before, to your point, there was a very hard line, no Batman on TV.
Yep.
During Smallville, for those who don't remember or those didn't watch, everyone wanted Clark Kent to meet young Bruce Wayne. And they tried for a good long time to make that happen. And ultimately, DC or Warner Brothers said no. Not DC, Warner Brothers. They said, no, we're not doing that. There's no Batman on TV. We're keeping Batman finite.
They were hardline about no Batman. Jeez.
Yeah. So on Smallville, instead of Batman, they gave us Green Arrow.
Right.
And
then Arrow, which then the Arrowverse started.
Yeah. And Arrow was a mixture of Batman.
Yep.
His dark and broodiness and shit like that with Oliver Queen. Oliver Queen was a fucking rich dude.
He was a prima donna, what he was. He wasn't even close to being Batman. And to be fair, the first 3 seasons of Arrow were awesome. After that, it dropped off a freaking cliff for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked the first couple seasons. They were fun.
Especially with freaking Deathstroke and everything. Man, that show was so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot all about that. Neil McDonough shows up later on, and he was fun too.
Yeah, that's true.
But John Barrowman,
yep,
owned that show. Anyway, that was the last time we actually get to see Helena from this show. Was on Arrow when they did their Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. They did.
I thought I heard Ashley was in that as well.
She was, yes. She was in that for
I never saw this crossover. I kind of dipped out of all the DC shows on WB, or I'm sorry, CW at that time.
I recommend it.
Because Flash, after season 2, once I got into season 3, I'm like, this is the stupidest shit they're doing with Flash. I cannot handle any more of this stuff. I was so burned out. So I was like, I'm out. No Black Lightning, no nothing else.
If you ever have the time, I would say give Crisis a shot. Why they
crossovers? Okay.
Yeah, why they didn't just make a dual disc for it for just those episodes is fucking beyond me. But it's worth watching. It's
okay.
It's neat to see all the people that they got to do cameos and stuff like that.
Okay.
Helena, Burt Ward, shit, I can't think of his name.
I know they did like Brandon Routh and
Routh,
voice of Batman. Crap, animated series.
Oh yes,
Kevin
Conroy plays an older Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
That you think is from Kingdom Come, the same universe that Brandon's Superman was from, but he's not. He's not that Batman at all. You're like, oh shit. Hey. So I mean that was kind of fun. It's not great, but it has its moments. It's certainly not comic accurate at all, but it has its moments. But it has the same formula. Well, I say it, I mean the Arrowverse had the same formula that a little darker that Smallville had, that this had. Okay, they're going to be superheroes, but they're going to be angsty. And then someone's got to be in high school, but someone's going to be in college. And then they're going to have a job. They're going to be, it's a coffee shop. Oh, but sometimes they're going to be a bar too.
No, no. I don't want any more of that angst shit. And I'm watching this show going, what the fuck am I doing this to myself for?
Yeah, like first they were going to go get a drink. Then suddenly they live above the fucking place. And then now they fucking work there.
And then one of them's underage and going to high school.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Could you not have sorted this out before you started production on 12 more episodes of this show?
It's a fucking superhero speakeasy that just about everybody can get into.
Well, and that's the name of the No Man's Land, the bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, that's the speakeasy. Their other bar is just a popular hangout for everybody else.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I know way more about this show than I ever have. So I'm just like, oh my God. And before we started, I'm like, you sure you want to talk about this tonight? Because I'm feeling spicy about this freaking show.
It's fun. It's stupid and it's fun, but there are some really, really cool parts to this show.
And then there's also some really, really bad parts to this show. So it's kind of like this weird conglomeration of, wow, that's really cool. And 2 minutes later, you're going, that was fucking terrible. 2 minutes after that, okay, now that was badass. And then 5 minutes later, why are we working on high school shit? It's like, why are we shoehorning this crap in there? I know, CW. I mean, this is the formula for decades at this point, starting with Smallville and Roswell. I mean, this is what we got.
Well, really, I'd say it started with Buffy.
Oh, yeah. Well, Buffy was the big, that
was
was a big start to that.
Yeah, like, let's go to high school. Oh, we graduated high school. Let's continue on. But
yeah, let's keep hanging out at high school for 7 seasons, even though we aged out of that role like about 10 years ago.
Yeah, like we should be off anyway.
Yes, Sarah.
I watched the first 4 seasons of Buffy. It was okay.
I'd argue the first 5 are pretty good. After that, I kind of get iffy on the show.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the best thing for me. It wasn't the worst thing, but like it's goofy as shit.
It's worth watching once. I don't know about repeated viewings. I wasn't that big of a fan of Buffy or Angel for all that.
No,
I was more Firefly guy.
Yeah, which is funny because, gosh, like I love horror so much more than I love sci-fi, but Firefly is a much better TV show than Buffy was.
Yep.
Even with just 8 episodes, it was much better TV show than Buffy.
Yeah.
Different, but still better. I don't know, but this had this show, I think, didn't get to live long enough to figure out what it wanted to be.
Yeah, it didn't really have much of a chance.
Yeah, like it wanted to be a superhero show, and it excelled at that pretty well. Yep. But then it wanted to be that angsty soap opera, and you're just kind of like, you guys are trying to mix all that shit in there with some of this action stuff, and you guys are, it doesn't always all fit together. Sometimes you guys have to make some choices where you leave out the stupid story and keep some of the action in.
You can just keep some of that out of one episode, put it all in another episode that might work better in, and just focus on. Because what I remember from Smallville as an example was you get 2 to 3 episodes of, what are we doing? And then you get one episode of, now that's cool.
Yeah, you're back to the storyline, and then a couple filler episodes. And then, or a couple filler episodes with a small tie-in here and there, a clue, a divot, what have you, of what's going to happen in the main storyline.
Yeah.
And that Smallville did really good at that, but I want to say Farscape is the best at that as far as keeping a fluid, concise story throughout the entire season. Farscape is the best, but Smallville, for having their 22 to 24 episodes, they did a really good job as far as balancing it out and keeping you entertained throughout the entire season. Because there were some really draw episodes, like the Lex having the "It's a Wonderful Life" moment where he's Clark Kent instead of Lionel Luthor's son.
Yeah.
Snore.
With John Glover, come on.
Just punch somebody, please.
Yep.
And I will say this, fucking Smallville's theme song, the Remy Zero song, Save Me.
Okay, we're doing the theme song talk now. Go.
Yeah. Oh, I can listen to that song over and over and over again. And it's just like Mystery Science Theater. If you fucking press play on HBO Max for Smallville and it says skip intro, you'd be like, fuck you, play my song.
Play that song, white boy.
No, not this. This song, like
Revolution.
Remy Zero's Save Me, like it felt really good. The intro worked really well with that song. And the song worked really well with the show. This song has nothing to do with the show.
At all.
Doesn't feel tonally correct or in line with the show whatsoever. Like this should be like a Dawson's Creek type of show.
If you're gonna have this theme song with it, I agree with that.
Like, there's a line in Mystery Science Theater in one of the movies where I think it's Mac and Me, where Crow says, "I want to watch the movie that this song thinks it's playing for."
I like that. Oh my god.
But this needed a new theme song, and I don't mean to disrespect the artist, but
oh no, back in this day they would shoehorn some sort of pop song in just to give it a little extra oomph. When we were talking before the stream, and we were like, maybe we should save it for the actual show. I'm thinking Tattoo, all the things she said, would have actually played a little bit better, actually.
I miss the good old days, man, when, it was some producer's girlfriend that wanted to make a record or some shit. And he's like, yeah, baby, I'm going to put you on my...
And now these days, I'm going to slide my DMs into your DMs and we'll get to talking there, baby.
Your DMs and the MDs.
And now I'm doing a Dusty Rhodes impersonation. Oh my God.
Now I know what
I'm American Dream of Dusty Rhodes, baby.
Bless his heart. Hard times.
I beat the Nature Boy Ric Flair 25,000 times in a row. And a legendary feud with Terry Funk. But I don't want to talk about that right now because he'll kick my ass.
What did you think about Dinah? I want to say Black Canary, but it's not Black Canary. What do you think about Dinah on this show? Because
she wasn't black enough. No, I'm.
She was the polar opposite of that.
Sorry, I'm kidding. I couldn't resist the way you were talking. I'm like, Oh, I got to make that comment. But no, seriously, Dinah was okay. She was the core of the crux of all of the angst in this freaking show, and I didn't think it needed it. And I mean, but I like the Black Canary episode. It was really good. And then after that, we're back into I'm angry my mom's died. I'm angry my mom's died. Oh, I'm trying to hook up with this cute guy over here. I'm going to read his mind and do all this stuff.
The What
And
Women
like,
Want
for the rest of
episode.
the show, it's just this emo, crazy blonde bitch who is clearly not even 16. And I'm like, I'm not a fan of this. I think her character was going to improve and evolve if there was 9 more episodes, but in the span of these 13 episodes, in about 2 episodes, she was actually interesting. The rest was fucking annoying.
Kind of, yes. Like, I don't think she really got cool until the end once Barbara started training her.
Barbara started training her, and she was dealing with the guy who killed her mom.
Yeah.
Or we think her mom's dead. Just saying.
I didn't actually get to see. Did they squeeze the life out of her? Or we'll get to that later.
No, they didn't do that. They did the building explosion.
Oh, that's
but they never
right.
found a body or anything. It's typical comic book sci-fi stuff. Like,
You're right. Okay, you're right. That's right. She's not dead. Black Canary, my ass. Anyway, I had a hard time with that episode. That's the one I said was going to be a hot topic for tonight.
Did you go to Hot Topic after all?
No, but I might this weekend. I got paid today.
Yeah. Cash money, baby. Now, what did you think of Dinah? Really quick.
I was, I don't want to say annoyed or irritated. I mean, I rolled seriously 23 years ago when I heard about, like, she wasn't gonna have the black jacket. I get not having the fishnets. You can't do that on TV.
Yeah.
But they were gonna make her look and be so different. I was like, I don't understand. And then they kind of did that again with the new Birds of Prey movie, where you've got Cassandra Wayne, or God, what was her last name? Kane, Cassandra Kane.
Oh, I was gonna say who?
Well, they more or less adopt her later. She was one of the Batgirls, and she was raised by an assassin who trained her to be the perfect assassin by not teaching her how to speak. So her language was body language. She was able to tell what somebody was going to do before they did it just from reading their body language. It's kind of cool. But anyway, I digress.
You digress. I digress. Oh, man. Any other initial thoughts before we get into an episode breakdown? Okay, I got to ask you, Joker, really quick. I know it was voiced by Mark Hamill, but the look from whoever they had actually cast as that, because we never got a good look at Batman, because we're to believe it is Michael Keaton Batman.
Michael Keaton Batman in the Val Kilmer mask.
Yep. I noticed that too. I'm like, that's not right, man.
You know what? It was still okay. Like, the face didn't fit, but it's okay. I liked it. I really did like the intro. It was hard to watch the intro over and over again, but it was hard not to watch the intro over and over again. I'm like, well, it is Batman and Joker. A
little bit.
So, I mean, I'd watch it. And of course, Alfred, he's very famous. I can't think of the gentleman's name right now. It's Emperor Palpatine from the Clone Wars and Lego Star Wars.
Ian Abercrombie.
So if you guys, yes, thank you. And I'm sorry, he's also the wise man from Army of Darkness, the one that throws Bruce the chainsaw when he's in the pit.
Yep.
Strange one.
Some great casting right there. I'm just saying. He was a pretty good Alfred.
Yeah, like, what a just fortuitous thing that Sam Raimi got him as the wise man for that movie. Like,
no kidding.
Anyway,
Probably called in a favor.
oh, could have been.
I'm teasing. Yeah, I don't know. He's probably like, I love that guy. I want him on this movie. Is he free?
Hey, man, that's how fucking Rob Zombie does it. And
Or,
if they're not
or
free,
puts his wife and everything.
exactly. If they're not free, he just casts his wife in the role.
Pretty much. Sorry, Sherry. It's true. Just saying.
I don't give a shit. I love her.
I think she's great. I actually liked her in the Halloween movie he did. The
Fuck
remake.
yeah, dude. Oh,
Okay, I know. White Trap. I know. We'll get to those movies on a different show at a different time, but like, I didn't mind her in Rob Zombie's Halloween movies. I'm just saying she was fine.
no, dude, she was cool.
She worked.
I liked the story of the Myerses in the first, or the first Rob Zombie movie. Like,
Yeah.
they did a good job with that as far as remaking it and surprising you and not just automatically knowing the story. They gave it a little bit of different story, backstory, some sauce to it because it was the fucking 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
Oof. It's good shit.
The first half of that movie is like kind of the remake. Then after that, it's all brand new stuff.
Yeah. In the second one, like the first 20 minutes seems like a remake of Halloween 2. And then they're like, nope, none of that really happened.
Yeah, that's where they let Rob Zombie go a little bit crazy with everything. Like, hey, do your own thing. So we did.
Until I was okay with it until the end.
I know. I know.
Like,
Me
you have
too.
Dr. Loomis be an asshole. Like, that's
I was
not
like,
okay,
oh
dude.
no, don't do that. But that's how it rolled.
Anyhow's it.
Yeah, Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Wrong show to 0 pointing on.
We should probably talk about some of these episodes here. Oh, let's see.
We can do that.
So on the average, we're just going to mention it now. On the average, IMDb is looking at a 6.4 stars out of 10. So individually, some of the episodes are much, much higher. Some of them are much, much lower. Well, not much, but some of them are lower.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Before we do that, there was 2 quick little things on social media. One, I think I'm going to save for tomorrow, but I did ask people on Twitter about some memories with Batman and Birds of Prey, and I'm trying to find my posts on Twitter. I thought I had a bookmark. There we go. All right, I'm going to share that with everybody. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can actually see what we're looking at. However, I'm going to read all of these for everybody on our audio version. I asked, any fans of Birds of Prey, thoughts, opinions, etc. I'm going to start with Critic Fail Gaming. From what I saw, it was fun. I think it fit well with the late 90s, early 2000s action vibes. Yep, pretty much fit in with the era. It also had Hans Tobison, who was an executive producer. He actually did a show before this called Freedom. If you check our channel, we have the unaired episodes of Freedom on here. And that had another actress, Scarlett Shorbat, who was a little bit like Huntress in this. She's almost the same look. She was a little more quiet, didn't have as many lines, but she did some quite the athletic action scenes in that as well. Then we got Storm Base 138. Dina Meyer was good and appropriate. Barbara, that is all. Yes.
I'll never not be in love with Dina.
She was the best part about the show outside Mia Sarah as Harley. In my opinion, I think her as Barbara was inspired casting. It was the best thing they could have done with their show.
Absolutely. I wish they would have let her do a little bit more action, but of course it's Oracle. You can't have her do action in general. That they let her do it was really cool.
Suit or whatever.
Yeah. And which I don't even think that was the thing in the comics. So I'm glad they kind of did that.
I don't even remember that in the comics. So if that happened there, that was before my time.
I meant to ask Gail, like send her a couple questions about the TV show, because I don't think she had anything to do with it. I don't know that.
Oh,
I don't know if she wrote the comic until after the show.
Oh, okay.
But I did want to ask her a couple questions, and I just didn't get around to it. Like basically what she would have added to it, or how she would have handled the angstiness to it and the studio BSness of it. Because when she wrote Birds of Prey, she had some really gritty stories and stuff like that, and some really great character development. And they don't really have that on this show.
No. And full disclosure, I have some old issues of Gotham City Sirens. I actually really liked that series for quite a while. Should dig them out and reread those. I only have I think about the first 12 issues. I wanted to complete the run so I could at least finish the story that was going on, but they totally treated Riddler like a little biatch.
Biatch. They do in the Harley Quinn series.
I know. I think that's where they took that from, was the Gotham City Sirens run.
Oh. They fuck with him.
Here, the Batgirl costume looked official. Yes, that did look really good for Dina and Barbara. Batman spinoffs never work. That's true.
That costume was actually Alicia Silverstone's costume, and they painted it.
It didn't look like it.
It was. They just repainted it to.
Oh, they did a repaint. Okay.
Yeah, to be more comic accurate. And I'm just kind of like, why didn't you just do that in the first place? Studio involvement.
That's why I'm like, suit looks familiar, but this looks the way it should.
Yeah, and it's I don't think it's the same suit that they used for the new Batgirl series, but it's very similar in fashion as to what it looks like. Oh no, I'm sorry. The newest one looks more like Yvonne Craig's suit. Anyway,
sure.
I take it all back.
You take it all back.
I liked Dina Meyer. I would have loved to have seen Dina Meyer play Batgirl.
If I ever met her, I'd ever sign 3 things. Everybody would guess the first one: Starship Troopers, Birds of Prey. My set here, I'd ever sign that, and the movie Bats with Lou Diamond Phillips.
I still need to watch that. I'd have her sign Starship Troopers in my titty.
And then you'd have the titty tatted.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
And last and certainly not. Oh, go ahead.
Dina's.
Dina's titty.
And then on my other titty, I'll get Dana's.
I can see that too. She probably would. She probably would sign there for you, Dana.
I know Dana would. She'd be like, "You fucking idiot, come here."
I've been watching Birds of Prey all week. I'm like, I keep saying Dina. I'm like, oh my god, I'd rather talk to Dana.
Who wouldn't?
We'll see if we can get another conversation with Dana at some point this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some other fun comments. Basically, not enough Harley Quinn in there.
That is true.
And ahead of its time, and fucking awesome. Well, ahead of its time, maybe. Fucking awesome. Maybe not so much, but it was pretty good.
I don't know. Some of it really was pretty awesome. The like what we've talked about as far as Mia Sarah's performance and her becoming more and more menacing throughout the season, that was really good. Barbara learning not to be Batgirl and then becoming Oracle full force, not going out fighting, not in the Batgirl costume. That was a neat evolution. That was a really fun thing to see. That was awesome. Shamar Moore and his relationship with Helena. No. I've never Jesse? Yeah, I've never fucking liked him as a person in general. So it's like when I saw he was in this, I was like, oh, please just be the pilot. Please just be the fuck.
Nope, he doesn't die quick enough or at all.
Yeah, and then it's like they're gonna show him topless. Yep, they show him topless. And he's gonna get wet. Yep. Now they're both topless and they're both
the
wet.
pool scene. Yeah.
It's like fuck. Okay, just
And then the sauna. Yeah.
like whatever, y'all. This is stupid. This is not.
This is not okay. Yep.
That's where they're getting into the soap opera, and it's not necessary. I get bored. Like with Smallville, like Clark and Lana was kind of the point of the show. You never really get bored of that per se. And then they cock tease you enough for 8 years till she finally leaves.
I forgot about that.
Whore.
Get to stepping.
Get the fuck out my town before you kill me.
Yeah, bitch.
She turned into kryptonite.
Figures.
Well, yeah, Lex gave her superpowers, but infused her blood with meteor rock.
Yep.
Kryptonite, yeah.
That'll do it. Cold-blooded.
Every time. But she kicked Lex's ass, I think. He earned it. But
he earned it.
She was a whore, dude. She gave it up to every swinging dick in Smallville except for Clark.
And then she was the actress on the show too. I'm sorry.
We're sorry.
Bad comment.
Kristen's not the bad actor in that movie or in that show. Allison was.
Understood.
Anyway.
Fill the company line, Jeff.
Anyways, so yeah, that was that Shamar Moore's character unnecessary.
Jesse Hawk.
Jesse Hawk. That's right. He was the bad guy's son. Everybody's related to everybody in this.
Stupidest twist in the goddamn show.
Because then they tried doing that again in Swamp Thing later on. But when they did it in Swamp Thing, they did it really well.
Yeah, they show you how it's done, baby. Take it downtown.
Like Mark Patton was a good, bad guy dad.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, God, that's why I have such great things to say about that Swamp Thing show. I know a lot of people maybe didn't like it, but I absolutely loved it.
It was great.
For Swamp Thing adaptation, it was pretty damn good.
Yeah, I again, once they get back on their feet with that, I'd really like to see Derek get attached to again because he was phenomenal.
Derek Mears, let's go.
Yeah.
He's also a good Jason.
Yeah. Yeah, no denying that one. Like he's
2009, man.
Stupendous. Stupendous. Titas.
He's fun on Twitter. So if you follow Derek Mears on there, that's a good place to go.
Yeah. He posts a lot of good throwback pictures.
Oh, yes. He loves his fans. So
he posts shit that of him that I didn't even know he was in. Like I could recognize him in makeup. But when I see him in a regular movie like Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm like, oh shit, that was him, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know, right?
All right.
Like, damn, I've been corrected.
Yeah, I see his face and I'm just totally gone. I recognize him in general, like on the street, I'd recognize him. Yeah. But in a movie, no. His silhouette, absolutely.
Oh yeah, that figure, very imposing.
Same with Kane. I could pick out Kane in a silhouette
I could
figure.
feel Kane nearby. You don't have to even see the man. The pure rage coming off that man.
That's cool. Well, dude, he got thrown off a balcony in a gorilla suit. I'd be pissed off too.
Yeah, I know. I would be too. Just saying. Anyways, want to get into some episodes, Kevin?
We better before we start losing people.
Well, or we lose ourselves in the process. So, Harley Quinn We are checking in at some point later this weekend. We will get our therapy sessions in with you and go crazy ourselves. But episode 1, the premiere, paraplegic Batgirl and the daughter of Batman and Catwoman welcome a wayward teenage girl in a quest to stop a madman from destroying New Gotham City. I think somebody was watching New Jack City too many times to name Gotham New Gotham City.
It sounds cool.
It sounds cool, yo. What's highlighted by this episode actually is Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad is in this episode. And I wrote down somebody else was in this one as well. Let's see, who is that? Sean Christian appears as Batgirl's future boyfriend, Wade. If you are thinking, Sean Christian, that name sounds familiar. Tremors 3, he was Desert Jack, everybody, just before this show. And also a reason why he couldn't do Tremors, the TV show that we just covered.
Because of this?
Because he was in the middle of shooting this.
Ah, man.
So that's why I'm presuming they couldn't get him back for the TV show. Because he probably would have done it. But when you have Tremors on Sci-Fi Channel or Birds of Prey on the CW network, what would you do? I'd probably go be like, oh, the Batman universe, that's probably got the best chance for a few seasons and a nice career. Nope. Bitch dies at the end of the show.
Yeah, right. And he's only in a.
They'll show you Sean, Desert Jack.
Golly, that sucks.
Spoiler alert.
I like Tyler anyway. I mean, you know.
And Tyler was better, yeah.
But yeah, Jack had a better relationship with Jody. I don't know where that went to. But anyway.
Yeah.
But Wade was okay. That character got interesting as we go along.
Oh,
they made choices.
Yeah, there's some
secret identities.
Oh God.
Making the clock tower a fucking
not a clock
for
tower.
The boyfriends. Yeah, you're like, all right, this is different.
And Alfred hanging out at the clock tower quite frequently,
which is okay. That would be his thing, you know, making sure the girls are okay.
Yeah, it didn't bother me. It was just more like it's just a constant reminder that Batman's somewhere out there. When's he going to show up? And he never really does show up.
Not really, no. Like,
well, Warner Brothers had the lock on that, like no Batman on TV, period.
At least they were nice enough to give us bats in the credits. The opening.
That's true.
Every single time.
Oh my God. That's why every episode was like 47 minutes. I'm like, oh my God, you're killing me here.
It had 2 intros.
Yeah, it had the narration from Alfred, and then it had the actual theme song intro after like 2 minutes of TV show footage. So what I ended up doing was like, you know what? I'm just going to skip 5 minutes into the episode. Boom, it was right after the end of the credits.
Do you know what I hear every time I hear this theme song? And every theme song like this theme song, because they're all the same fucking song. No, I hear that song from fucking Drawn Together. Girl, 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 she's a girl.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
That's all the fucking lyrics were. She's a girl. Girly, girly, girly,
living in a fashionable world.
Girl. Yeah.
Yep.
And you're just kind of like, this song makes no fucking sense. But it sounds so, I don't want to say good, but as good as everything else that you'd hear at that point in time.
Yeah.
Drawn Together was prolific.
Well,
and that was Tara. That was Tara Strong, another Harley Quinn.
You mean the real Harley Quinn?
Yes. Yes.
Just saying.
I love her.
She's great. Just saying. Oh, let's see. What else did I write? Ashley Scott's a good choice for Huntress, I thought. And the Harley reveal at the end, because they saved her name until about the end of the episode where they said Harleen Quinzel. It's like, yeah, let's go.
Yes, because Harley was originally from Days of Our Lives, and
Yep.
we love Calliope.
As sand flows through the hourglass. Just saying.
As to the Days of Our Lives.
Yep.
Anyway.
Complete with will they, won't they kind of relationships.
Which is funny because Harley's boyfriend on Days of Our Lives was Q.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're blowing my mind right now. Oh.
And they were both batshit crazy.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyway. Arlene Sorkin. That was her name. Arlene Sorkin, not Carol Kane.
Yep.
Although Carol Kane is wonderful.
Oh yeah. Well, in this episode, we also get Dina, who can see into the future, who can have telepathic abilities, telekinetic abilities. And boy, is she mysterious. She keeps giving like wrong, bad information. Yeah, Barbara's like, you know what, kid? You can stay here with us. And I'm like, that's not how this works.
No, they would have put her up in a shelter or something nice, but they wouldn't have let her stay at the clock tower.
Yeah, hell no. But it's a pretty interesting start to the series, and I think it's a decent episode. It's enough to get you interested, and if you want to follow through, hey, there's about 12 more episodes ish that you can find out if you really like it or not, because this was the highest rated premiere on the CW for quite a while. Unfortunately, the ratings did drop after this, though.
Can't imagine why.
I don't know. Not enough drama. Not enough lesbians in the show. I'm kidding.
There weren't. Swear to Christ, dude. I would have rather had that than fucking Shamar Moore. Ugh.
Well, there was a moment with Harleen and Huntress where it's like she licks her face towards the very end of the show. Yeah. And she's being all creepy Harley. And I'm like, okay, that kind of works.
Hold on. Let me get my Jergens.
Yeah, right. I need 38 more seconds of that, please.
Repeat.
But we also get the overly flashy fight scenes now, and Huntress has definitely got some daddy issues, and she's sorely missing her mom, who was doing everything in her power to keep her going and keep her safe.
Yeah.
That was kind of a weird deal.
They took some liberties with that.
Yep.
Because she didn't know that Bruce Wayne was her dad until
At
after
first.
her mom died.
Right.
But she knew that her mom was Catwoman.
Exactly.
And then they changed it and said, this was my favorite. She's half meta and half human.
So she's half Facebook, half human. Gotcha.
So they're basically saying that Catwoman was a metahuman and Batman was not.
Oh, so more MySpace than Facebook. Gotcha.
Uh-huh. And so they were taking the Greek god philosophy. When a god has a baby with a human, you get a demigod.
Correct.
And that's what Helena is basically supposed to be. And I think the writers just didn't understand how metahuman superhero type families go. So they just went with what they could understand.
Just make her eyes flash different and just make her kick ass a little more.
Yeah, like that's not how this works. You're either a metahuman or you're not a metahuman.
Yep.
You're not half of a metahuman. You don't have half superpowers.
God, they so hard wanted to have hybrids in this show.
They would have eventually got
that's kind of a bad attempt on this show. For you shouldn't have done that. You should have just kept it simple. Don't overdo it.
most of what they did was pretty simple and pretty good. They kept it ground level and they kept it gang related most of the time.
Crime related, some murder mysteries here and there, like Creature of the Week, Criminal of the Week style.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, the best of what we got was a rendition of Clayface.
Oh, towards the end, yeah.
Which, I mean, because I had told you at that point, like, dude, like, there's no fucking supervillains in this. Like, they're just making shit up at this point. Like, oh, hey, there's Clayface. Huzzah!
What, Liquid Man's not a supervillain? My God, Kevin, you're breaking my heart.
Not in DC.
I know, that's the next episode.
Hydro Man was a Spider-Man villain.
That's why they had to. I was thinking like Wonder Twins power activate here.
Ooh,
the second
Jana
episode,
and Jana.
Slick.
Yeah. That's cool. Oh yeah, that was kind of neat. Oh,
I was like, who the hell is this? And then just kept calling him Liquid Guy. I'm like, nah, he's a Wonder Twin.
I didn't dislike it. Like, Slick was kind of cool. Well,
Slick
not
at least
compared.
had an interesting villain and a little more nefarious activity from Harley. So I did like that part.
Yeah. And that was a great actor too. Like Silas is a really good bad guy character actor, and he owned it pretty well. And like you said, this is I think the first step that you see of Harley manipulating other supervillains to get her to
Yes. Do her bidding.
Yeah, get her machinations going, do her bidding, her plots, whatever.
I like
And
how he showed
she's-
up while she was in the middle of a shower. If this was on HBO Max, we would have seen way more in that shower.
Yeah. Of course, it would have been animated, and then you would have been called a pervert. I'm still being
Or
called
worse.
a pervert, but yeah.
Hey, welcome to our age where we're all pervs.
It's true, man. We grew up before the internet. We had to jerk off with what we could make, usually with our imagination, the Sears catalog and
Scrambled channels on cable. Yeah.
fucking flyers from Kmart, whatever.
I swear I saw a boob.
It was an elbow.
It's an elbow or a knee. The good old days, Kevin.
I see a big old pussy. That's somebody yawning. Oh.
Wait, what's Ron Jeremy doing in a show like this?
All right, Slick.
Speaking of Slick.
The water effects were really cool. I liked that.
Yep.
I liked the concept. I loved the effects of him drowning the people.
Yes. I like
then-
the fire extinguisher scene where she was actually freezing them, and then Barbara started to techno babble it, and Huntress is like, "Would you just shut up already?" That's all I needed to know was what to use against him.
Kinda. Yeah. Like, she's got a great personality, but it's also cliche.
A little bit.
But it's funny. Like, they don't make it annoying in this show.
No.
As annoying as they could. Like, it works out. Dina's a decent big sister figure for her. Definitely not maternal.
No.
It's not, it's personal, very deeply personal, but it's more sisterhood than it is maternal, I think.
Yeah.
She wants to, again, take care of what's Bruce's, take care of the Bat family, make sure the Bat family continues. And again, wants to help. That's all Barbara can do, is just help.
Well, it's good to have her as the team leader. It actually oddly works. And I think having Dina Meyer in charge of that is the best casting and choice, because she could lead the actresses into some better scenes and better chemistry.
She was also the veteran actor at that point, too.
Exactly.
And
'Cause not everybody could be opposite Mia. It was mostly the visiting villains and Ashley. That was it.
Yeah. And because she was so good that it would be too easy to upstage somebody. It didn't get fantastic until she was with the bartender and he was losing his nut and she was just playing right along with it. Like that was her little pet and she was just having a good old time. And it was so much fun to watch them work together. So much fun. That's episodes from now. I'm sorry.
Hey, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's see what else about Slick. I did like the breadcrumbs with Bruce and Helena's relationship as we're working with Helena and Dr. Harleen Quinzel and talking about like some of her issues, and it's like she's still trying to hold back on saying like, yeah, my daddy is Bruce Wayne and his secret life is Batman. She is trying to withhold the secret as best as she can without divulging it, and also being able to talk about her issues. Like, yeah, well, my mom died and he wouldn't go after the guy who killed her. I just let it go. And as we would find out later, we find out who the villain is, and everybody let the villain go because he got imprisoned.
Yeah. So basically, like, what else could they do? Justice was served.
Yeah, it's like, well, we can't do much more. I'm sure Bruce would have loved to have killed the guy, but it wasn't Joker, as we would find out. And Joker would never do that. He wanted to ruin everything around him. He didn't want Batman to try and.
I thought Joker hired Two-Face to do it.
Well, it wasn't even
not Two-Face, Clayface.
Yeah. Well, I think that was just a line that was being dropped. I don't think it was actually Joker hiring Clayface to kill.
Okay. All right.
I mean, that could have been something that it depends on what they were planning to do with the show. Like, were you going to bring Joker on at some point? Were you going to bring on Batman at some point? Are you going to reveal like all of this was a different plan all along and it was really somebody else? Or what are we doing here?
Yeah, there was plenty of opportunity that they could have done some really neat shit on this show.
Yep.
This is going to be one of those times where you're just kind of like, golly, I wish they would have let this go on a little longer.
At least 9 more episodes to round out like the full season, because back at this time 22 episodes is pretty standard.
Because you know what, this is on par with the Flash, the 1991 Flash. Like I'd say it's on par with that.
John Wesley Shipp.
I don't mean to sound disrespectful when I say this. This is a lot like a Canadian TV show.
It was shot in Vancouver, I believe.
It's a possibility. But they it's got the American action to it. It's got the soap opera drama to it. It's got the WB. Well, Smallville was a Canadian show in general, but it was produced in Canada. But this reminds me a lot of like Blade or RoboCop, but they added that violence into it. They added the bit of extreme or edge to it. And it was just a little bit, I don't want to say better than the Canadian shows that we've watched, but it
shot in LA.
It had that little extra flair, I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know. They and maybe it was because of the budget that they had with the cameos.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. I don't know, but I didn't dislike this. This was dumb, very dumb and silly. Kish, shtick, whatever, but you know what you're getting into, and that's just kind of what you watch. It's like watching the Nick Fury movie from the 90s or the Generation X movie. You know it's going to be stupid, but you just fucking watch it to watch mutants or David Hasselhoff fucking go out and shoot Nazis in an eye patch.
Yeah, why not? It's better than Knight Rider. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, blasphemer.
No, I'm a Knight Rider guy. So, but him being Nick Fury was pretty fun.
Oh, dude, that movie was cool.
He is Nick Fury still in my timeline canon.
All Nick Furies are beautiful to me. When I first read the Ultimates, when it first came out, and they had the Sam Jackson inspired
the
Nick Fury.
Ultimate. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I don't dislike that. I'm like, he looks kind of cool. That's fucking awesome. And then the Ultimates cartoon came out, and they had him in the same style, of course. So you're like, all right, whatever. And then when Iron Man came out and it was Sam Jackson, you're like, son of a bitch, they paid the extra money and did it. Wow.
Oh yeah.
So I mean that was an organic thing that it kind of happened a few times here and there. And then Sam Jackson just basically said, I'm Nick Fury now. And everyone went, okay, you're black.
Okay.
Nick Fury's black. He always was. No, he's not. Nick Fury, if you hadn't seen, Nick Fury was originally a white guy in the Marvel comics from like the 1940s on, into like 2002, 3
ish.
Yeah. Anyway, and David Hasselhoff played him in an hour-long program where he was basically having to lead SHIELD against some Hydra agents or whatever, what have you. And I don't remember any of the details from it. I just remember like he looked just like Nick Fury. And I
remember the look too. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, this is so cool. I remember reading about it in Wizard and Hero Illustrated, like seeing the pictures that were coming and being really excited. Because again, very pre-internet, or right around the time the internet was becoming available in schools. So like everything just kind of involved your imagination, and it didn't matter really how stupid this niche-y stuff was, because we didn't have anything else like it. So it was like, it was sugar. Didn't matter if it was dumb. We were getting comic book stuff.
That was 1998, yo. Oh my God. And you can find this on YouTube, by the way. So people who want to see this, you can find it on YouTube. It was broadcast on Fox, of all things. Written by David Goyer. Okay, that's why it sucked.
Harsh.
Not a David Goyer fan.
No. I liked Blade 2.
He co-wrote that. When he has a filter, he's fine. When he's by himself, he ruins it, just like Blade Trinity.
Blade 3. Yeah.
Just saying. Anyways. Speaking of decent shows, we can, if you're good on Slick, we could get on over to Pray for the Hunter, Kevin.
We probably should.
Elena and Jesse clash yet again when they both try to track down a serial killer who destroys metahumans. Meanwhile, Dina ditches school when she learns from Helena there is a metahuman-only bar, and Barbara meets Wade's parents. This one kind of sticks out for me because Joe Flanagan, who is Colonel Shepard from Stargate Atlantis, the lead of that show, he is in this one, and he is a killer cop. He's a maniac cop who just wants to kill metahumans because they give him migraines.
Oh,
like
that
a
guy.
migraine one.
You know, my kids give me a migraine, but I ain't gonna go fucking kill them.
No.
I just put in my earbuds. Like, I don't know. People at work, they give me a migraine. I don't wish any harm upon them, but this guy, he had it out for them and started hunting them. And I love how he did use Jesse almost as a search tool. You know how, like in the Punisher Warzone,
Jeeves. Yeah.
Jeeves. The guy goes to Detective Soap to find out, more answers about Frank. Yeah, very similar situation.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, there was a nice little Easter egg in here. To get into the No Man's Land Club, you had to twist the Shakespeare statue to get down there, which I
That's
thought
right.
was a nice touch.
Yeah, I need to get that. They're
I've been thinking
expensive
about
at this point.
3D printing that actually.
I think NECA made one that was like
Okay.
$80. Bees got it a couple years back.
Oh,
And
okay.
and I couldn't afford it, but Bees had just had a big wooden bookshelf made for her office. And she'd seen that and she's like, "Hells yeah." And bought it and put it up on her bookshelf. I thought that was the coolest shit ever. Of course, it's Bees. I think everything she does is awesome.
Oh, Bees is good people.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, the little Batman homages in this were just pretty goddamn fantastic.
Yeah, they were well done.
Yeah, calling the bar No Man's Land. Episodes being called Feet of Clay, talking about contagions and stuff like that. Like, oh man, all these different Batman stories. And then they barely show any Batman villains, except for Clayface, sort of.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, let's where are we at? Episode 3?
Pray for the Hunter. Yeah, we were talking about the migraine guy. But
So the migraine guy, I didn't dislike him. I thought that was kind of cool. Like,
he's a good bad guy.
Yeah, it was
Not a super villain or of any sort, but he was a good bad guy.
I loved his logic. Like, when you're all gone, I'll be normal. I won't have to deal with your shit anymore.
Well, what did he end up doing? He ended up killing himself, so that resolved that problem. No issue whatsoever.
He could have just saved everybody the trouble and done that in the first place, is really what I'm saying.
I know. It's like, well, if you're going to do that, that means you already thought about it before. You should have just done it, bro.
Yeah, right? Like, all
But then
these
we don't
other
get an
people-
episode.
Oh, God, I suppose.
Could have gotten Calendar Man. Jesus. Or Killer Croc.
Dude. That would have been
Just
dope.
saying. Just saying.
If they could show Killer Croc on a Batman movie and have it be as huge as he was in the first Arkham game.
Ooh. Now you're talking my language.
Yeah, not necessarily Arkham City or Arkham Knight, because by
Arkham
Arkham
Asylum.
Knight they mutated him.
Yep.
Yeah, by the third one he was mutated to the point where he looked more like the Lizard than Killer Croc.
This is true.
No.
Yeah, we're good on Killer Croc.
Yeah, I like Waylon looking like Waylon.
Yeah.
With the bald head and weird eyes and scales all over him. No tail. Purple skin.
Kinda. Well, episode 4, 3 birds and a baby. This is the baby episode, Kevin. And I also call this I think this is where Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 2 got Ruby's plan from. That's what I wrote down in my notes.
Probably.
Because Killer Babies, Army of Killer Babies. You know
Yep.
what mommy says? Yep.
This one wasn't a bad episode. It was a little predictable, but not
That's
in a
my
bad
only
way.
issue with it. Yep.
Yeah, like not in a bad way. Like just kind of the way that the formula has to go.
Just
These
super
aren't-
aging for the kid. That's
yeah,
all.
like they gave you a Benjamin Button story long before Benjamin Button came out. So there was a little bit to grasp in here that you didn't already have a precognitive reference to, but it's really neat. Every time this baby falls asleep, he ages exponentially.
Yep.
And like they don't know what happens at first. Like he goes from like an infant to a 4-year-old or like 7, whatever he was. Like,
Yep.
in just a moment. They're like, oh my God.
And
I'm
then to like
so
8, and then to like 12 or 13.
yeah, I'm very glad they didn't get into the he's gonna be a hot man sort of point. You're like, please don't turn this into a Pornhub sort of deal. Like, I don't know.
How would you know that? That's oddly specific, Kevin.
We talk about shit.
Well, you talk. We listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you scream into the abyss moans back.
Okay, fair point. You also get another Stargate cameo in this from Fragile Balance, Mini Jack, Michael Welsh, the actor. He is in Stargate SG-1 season 7, which is about a year after this, I believe.
Oh,
so a couple Stargate references, everybody.
That's cool.
Or about to be for both of them.
Fair.
Hey, working actors. And somebody did make a comment. Interesting to see the pre-fame cameos and guest stars on this.
Yeah, they do some really, really good cameos on here.
Yeah.
Or they have some really good cameos. They don't do them. And they might have done them.
Oh, yeah.
40-year-old guy.
Well, it reminds me of Alfred's role in this episode where he's like, I've cleaned enough baby butts and done diapers. Your girls are on your own.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt for him on that one. Like, you know what, bitches? I'm out.
I've done my time.
I've cleaned Batman's fucking britches. I've cleaned fucking Damien's britches. I'm out.
Yeah,
no, actually,
Jason
he did
Todd
not.
And Dick's. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did name drop Dick and Jason Todd on this.
Yeah, but no Tim Drake. At least I
didn't hear Tim Drake in this.
Definitely Dick and Jason.
Yeah, Dick and Jason I heard specifically. Tim I did not hear. If they mentioned that one, I did not catch that at all.
Yeah, and Damien wasn't even a fucking thought at this point.
No, Huntress was Batman's baby girl.
Yeah.
Who's your baby daddy? Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. Richest man in the fucking universe.
Bruce Wayne or Bruce Wang?
Wang.
Wang. Everybody Wang sung tonight. And after this one, we get the big Black Canary episode, Kevin. Sins of the Mother. I know you had some thoughts about this one.
I could not comfortably watch this episode. I wanted to like it. I'm supposed to like it. I did not like it at all. It was everything I could not to just fucking skip it.
Oof. Is it because of the canon breaking, or what was it? Because
no, not so
a
much
big
the
fan of
canon
stuff.
breaking.
I didn't mind this episode too much.
The canon breaking, they brought in the real Black Canary to appease fans, and it didn't necessarily work. And when they did so, they tried making it a special guest, and of course that was Aunt Becky, Lori Loughlin. Aunt Becky is a very unscrupulous fucking person in real life.
You think?
Yeah. So, seeing her play Black Canary and stuff like that, I didn't buy it for a single fucking second. It was
first time I saw it, it didn't bother me. Watching it again kind of makes me go, ooh, this doesn't age well.
Correct. It's a little cringe. Golly, because she's just so unheroic and selfless. She's
kind of a deadbeat.
She's duplicitous, is what
to
she
say
is.
the least.
And that's very unheroic.
Can't trust anything the woman says.
No, because she's a cheater. She's a liar. And I don't know. You can't tell me what would you do if it was your kid. fucking make them study harder.
Yeah,
You know?
stay there. Be a parent, for fuck's sake.
Anyways, yeah, they robbed kids of their opportunities for their lives. They stole opportunities for their own kid that doesn't fucking deserve it, that I'm sure is fucking dumb as a box of fucking rocks regardless.
Indeed.
That's just how that works. I'm gonna rant. I'm sorry. Anyway, I did not like Lori Loughlin representing Black Canary. They could have mentioned Oliver at that point, that like maybe Oliver was Dinah's dad.
Maybe, yeah.
But they just so messed that whole storyline up with having Dinah be a psychic instead of being Black Canary, and creating a whole new character that's going to be Black Canary. And she's not blonde and doesn't have a dope ass leather jacket and doesn't beat the shit out of people right. And she whistles instead of screams.
Yep.
Choices
were made.
Mm-hmm. And the yellow that they used in the special effects was obnoxiously like, it looked like the fucking same special effects that they used in the old Raisin Bran commercials, you know, the 2 scoops where, you know, the sun would pour over the raisins and the sun would fly over. That's exactly what that looked like to me. It was the 2 scoop raisins sun. Like, come on, man. You could have done some neat shockwave looking effects and not have it be a yellow sunshine looking thing. That's not Black Canary at all, man. It just looked dumb.
Just need the California raisins in there, that's all.
It probably would have been just fine for me if it was not Aunt Becky, but it was Aunt Becky, and I was really sore about it. And that's my thoughts. I'm sorry. Now, go ahead and hit me with your good shit.
I didn't. Well, you bring all that up, and now I want to take back after things I'm about to say.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mind her. I thought she did a decent job. I don't think this was the role suited for Lori. But ultimately, I did like the story that they had about the episode, about Mom's back, and she's trying to make things right. Unfortunately, it's too little too late, but Dina starts to forgive her. Then Mom dies yet again. When the building blows up, well, so we think. Yeah, but apparently she's like this big spy. She's a thief. She's this, she's that. There's a bit too much going on in this episode, to be fair. This is something you set up for 2 episodes, so I feel like they tried to rush and cram too much in here. And to say Kevin's point, I probably would have recast it and had somebody else as the Black Canary.
Anybody else? At that point, gosh, Daryl Hannah. It didn't necessarily have to be somebody blonde. It could have been anybody and put a blonde wig on her. They just didn't even have the fucking desire to do that with Lori Loughlin. They're just like, well, fuck it, have her go out there.
Yep, just have her stroll on out there.
No motorcycle. Sucked
no
ass.
motorboating. I mean, bad news all around. Oh, and this is also the episode with the big Jesse twist where we find out Jesse's dad is really Mr. Hawk.
Mr. Hawk was a very interesting bad guy. I don't think the writers of this episode were the same writers of the episode that brings him back later on. Because he's
like a Mitch Pileggi, baby.
Yeah, he's literally two very different people and 2 very different characters in the 2 different episodes he's on. In this, he's a very weird mafia type guy who's into Zen.
Well,
but he's also a merciless killer. So it's a little conflicting, but it's a very good actor. Like, all of his lines are really well delivered. You really like him until you get to see him be replaced later on, where you're like, yeah, this is cool. But
seal clapping.
I'm a mark for Skinner, dude.
Oh, me too.
But yeah, no, I liked Hawk. He was a good bad guy. I liked the boa constrictor trap that they had for Lori, but that was about it. That I didn't get to see her fucking eyes get squeezed out was a little sad for me, but
They did not go pop.
I know. Whenever do I get what I want?
Never.
Anyway.
Well, we can move on to Primal Scream. Helena goes undercover to help bring down a gang of costume robbers, the Animal Gang, terrorizing New Gotham. She goes after the big boss until her cover is blown, putting her in grave danger. Meanwhile, Barbara has to deal with her fear of intimacy with her new boyfriend, Wade, which, if we're dealing with any sort of like emotional drama of any sort, Barbara and trying to find a relationship of any sorts is probably the only one that actually has any weight to it, any sort of real emotional investment to it, and two pros of actors, and they do have chemistry together. So that does work. Otherwise, the Animal Gang was kind of stupid. Helena is a little bit more Catwoman-ish. She's like, hey, now I understand how my mom felt about some of this stuff. Okay, that's kind of stupid. I'm sorry. That's just me.
Yeah. But, Huntress is not metahuman in general in the comics. And she there's no even in Earth 2 or in whatever it was in pre-crisis, she there was no animal instinct to her. There was no metahuman powers like that. She acts more like Vixen, who's a hero.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, a hero who could assume the powers of different animals. And Vixen's pretty fucking hardcore. I dig Vixen. She's mean as fuck too. But she's really standoffish. But I think they tried making Helena more like Vixen in this show than they did the Huntress.
Yeah.
Although they say they gave her the current Huntress attitude. Although it's the old Huntress's identity. I'm like, no, they were both pretty much bitches.
They just combine them into one big uber bitch.
Yeah, like that's why they're part of the Bat family, dude.
True. Very true. I mean, it's an alright episode. I like the Barbara stuff in this way more than anything else. And Helena just feeling a little more rebellious, just was like, you didn't do this before? You lost your mom like 7-8 years ago.
Right? Now you're just acting like you're fucking in your teens again.
Yeah, and you're trying to get to know your mom's identity like all over again. Like, what are you doing? You already knew. We can move on. It's okay.
Yeah, your mom was like on the fucking FBI's top 10 most wanted list and like the cat burglar of the fucking century.
Yep.
You know. And see, they could have incorporated things like skills that she learned from her mom, like breaking and entering, patience, things like that. They didn't need to be like, oh, she got Catwoman's special powers of bestiality. I mean, wait, no, that's not right.
Oh, that sounds like a Kevinism.
My magical powers of bestiality.
Bazinga. We're gonna get demonetized. We keep along those thoughts, Kevin.
All right, let's not talk about animals or anything else beyond that.
No, I mean, episode's pretty standard. I liked aspects for the most part. I like the Barbara stuff, but let's see.
It's hard to turn your nose at Barbara in general. Like, I love Barbara Gordon as a character.
Well, yeah.
And when she's represented properly, like she is here.
Awesome.
Yeah, not as she is in, say, Batman and Robin. Or was that Batman Forever? I don't remember. Batman and Robin, yeah. So I don't even fucking care. The movie was so awful.
God, those last two movies are bad enough, especially Batman and Robin.
Yeah, and the shit thing is if it's on, I'll watch it. Be like, well, okay.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Okay.
God, that's right.
You get 5 minutes from me. Okay.
Indeed. So let's see. That was Primal Scream. The next one is Split. I kind of like this one. We get Darth Strike, or I wrote Darth Strike. It's actually Dark Strike. But this one, he shows up. It's kind of a Jekyll and Hyde sort of situation. Sorry, spoiler alert. The show is like 24 years old at this rate. If you haven't watched it, but what are you doing here? But I do like the idea of the relationship between Helena and Jesse being a little more afraid because he wants things done by the book. She doesn't want to do that, but Darkstrike comes into town looking for another villain called the Crawler, and he's a little more like Helena in their ways. But we end up finding out that Darkstrike is actually sharing, or is the Crawler, and one and the same. I don't know how that worked out. It seemed like the Crawler infected his body like a virus, but it plays out like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
It was his mind that he okay. So when you suffer a mental disease a mental trauma such as he suffered, you will break your conscience, of course. And one thing he did in order to punish himself was hold on to the life that he took, and that was the Crawler. So he did kill the Crawler, but in order to keep him alive, and torture himself to punish himself, he assumed the identity. His mind assumed the identity of the Crawler, and because of his powers, that manifested into actually physically turning into the Crawler.
Because I was a little confused by that.
Yeah, it was a oh God, what do you call it? Raising Cain sort of situation with multiple personalities. So, which I thought was really cool. That was not the direction I thought that episode was going to go. I thought he was going to be like a Superman type character. Like, okay, so we can't have Superman on the show either, so we're going to make up another fucking dude.
Right.
No, it wasn't really like that. It was. He was kind of like, gosh, what's his name from The Tick?
Arthur?
No, Danger Boat's partner.
Oh.
Overkill.
Overkill, yeah.
Yeah, he reminds me very much of Overkill. I just lost my thought. As far as being a government tool.
Oh, yeah.
Wearing black.
It's a franchise by the government in the Black Ops.
Thank you. That's what it was. And then getting effed up by the bad guys and shit.
Yeah.
Blinded. With syphilis.
Oh, God.
I watched an episode of The Tick last night for dinner, and I got yelled at because I was laughing and crying. It's like, y'all get out.
Yep, leave Daddy alone.
We watch cartoons here.
Hells yeah. So, yep, that is episode 7. Episode 8 is Lady Shiva. This is probably one of the better episodes in my opinion. I like the relationship between Barbara. God, I didn't even catch all of the names on this one. But Lady Shiva and her sister, one of them dies in a previous battle with Batgirl due to a weird gas explosion into a building that's like 12 stories tall, and it happened in like the span of like 20 seconds.
Yeah, this is confusing to me because I know who Lady Shiva is in the comic books. Like, she was a villain, a Batman villain. And then she's also the one who helped train Bruce walk again. after he was paralyzed or after Bane broke his back. But they made her out to be very different in this. She looked like oh God, what's the little martial artist dude from Peacemaker?
Oh,
like
karate.
I can't think of his name.
Something like that. God damn.
Her helmet looks just like his, like the
costume.
I know. Like,
yeah.
Oh, come on, dude. She was hot, and she doesn't wear a fucking costume like that. She doesn't wear a mask.
Have a hot actress. They didn't build to her specifications, though.
No, they just needed to put her in a fucking gi or something. Not a gi, but like a stealth
something
type
hot
suit.
And sexy.
Yeah, and not in a fucking like steel mask. And I don't mean steel as in like the actual metal. I mean steel as in fucking Shaquille O'Neal steel.
Right.
It was not gratifying. However, the story itself was good.
Yes, I agree.
Confusing, but the story was good. I loved the revenge. Like, revenge stories are always dope. But the fact that this lady was like so torn that she actually goes to the person that she's gonna kill for advice was really quite brilliant. I liked that writing. Like, should I kill you? I mean, like, if you were me, would you kill me? Would you kill you?
Sure.
They have that,
why not?
They have that conversation, and Helena tells her, "Fuck yeah, I'd kill you, eye for an eye."
Indeed. Take him out.
She didn't realize she was signing her own death warrant at that point.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then again, at the same time, how old was this lady? Because she was a nemesis of Batgirl, but
30s.
best friends. But then best friends with Helena from school?
I guess.
That does not
compute. Yeah, that was weird.
Like, I hear that there was a sister. I'm like, oh, okay, that was the sister then. No? Okay, no, that was the same one.
Pretty much.
I didn't quite understand it, but I got into the fact that, you know, they were showing Lady Shiva and the actress was really good. They could have, again, lost that mask and it would have been a great episode. Otherwise, it was okay.
Yeah, I'd agree. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Some good fight scenes, and seeing Barbara trying to pick her ass off the ground to be Batgirl like one more time, and how that utterly failed.
Yeah, that sucked for her. I felt bad. Like, she got humiliated. And because it wasn't just a humiliation in front of her opponent, it was a humiliation for herself, and her opponent knew that. And that dishonor made it even worse. And that's why Shiva didn't kill her. That sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, Shiva kills everybody in the comics, dude. She's ruthless.
She's a badass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else did I write? Well, that's about everything. Right. Dinah boyfriend. I was like, oh yeah, this is Dinah like doing the mind reading thing, scoring a boyfriend for the dance, and I'm like, yeah, this is kind of terrible.
Yeah. Like, I understand that What Women Want was a popular movie. It wasn't for me, and it didn't necessarily need to be in this TV show.
Yep.
So she's being dishonest by doing what Professor X promised he would never do. And she is manipulating this guy by going into his mind and finding out what he likes and then saying, "Oh, I like that too." You know, all you have to do is flash your tits. It's not that hard.
There's a certain code to talking to a guy. Just got to smile, throw a wink, and be flirty. Like, come on.
Touch his junk. Fucking
give him a handy in the middle of class. Wow, what are you talking about there, Kevin?
That's, yeah. once or twice.
I don't know how you Californians do things, Kevin, but
In the back of the class, I assure you. Or in the bathroom. Oh, good times.
well, speaking of good time, oh, go ahead.
No, that was going to be a horrific story.
Okay, nature of the beast, Kevin. When a hit is put on the life of a mob boss, the only person he trusts to protect him and his son is his son, Jesse. He turns to Helena for help, but when she learns that his father is the same man who killed Dinah's mother, her loyalties are tested. So we get the continuation to the Black Canary storyline, Jesse being the son of a mafia don. And this is okay as an episode. I think the revenge plot for Dinah just does not really work or fit. I did like the hitman who could walk through walls, and they ended up calling him Wall Walker. So they certainly came up with some banger names for villains here.
Take that, Cisco.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the hitman was really cool. I liked him.
Yep, that was a nice twist.
Killing the guy that hired him. I never quit. It's like, dude, he's got some fucking commitment to sparkle motion like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, we'll see about that, biatch.
Yeah, like I really did like him. That was pretty darn interesting. I didn't dislike this episode. The only thing I disliked about it was not that it was a recast, because god damn, I'm a mark for Skinner. I love Mitch Pileggi. I have his autograph. I think he's the coolest guy ever.
Oh yeah, he was an upgrade.
Oh yeah, but they changed the character, and they changed. Well, they very much seemed to change the character and his dynamic and his motivations, and you're just kind of like, and they try to twist it at the end, like, nope, he's still a bad guy.
Yep.
And you're just kind of left feeling there like that whole journey that we just took was stupid.
Was completely worthless then.
Yeah. Should have just let Dinah kill him the entire time.
Or have him escape, like, for crying out loud. Like, we didn't need that kind of ending from him.
Yeah, let the other mobsters get to him or
something.
Yeah, like show them like, yeah, you know what? We don't, like Bruce says, I don't have to fucking save you.
Right.
Or I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you neither. That would have been a good opportunity to exercise here, I think. I don't know, where he's like, yeah, I'm gonna turn myself in. Maybe next week. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, just one more week. I'll take care of everything.
And ultimately, I just changed my mind. It's not my style to go back to prison. It's just state's evidence. I mean,
nope, never again, Kevin.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I'm never unhappy when I see Mitch Pileggi on screen. He always turns in 110 performance, and this was no exception. It's just that as a continuation to the original story or the original episode, it was just a little weird. Not bad, but just a little weird. It felt different. And again, I don't think it was tonally different because of the actor. I think it was tonally different because of the writing.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty clear, at least from my point of view on this episode.
Like, he's not very zen-like in this episode at all.
Yep, he's just more like observing everybody and everything.
Mm-hmm. Trying to stay alive, lying, cheating, stealing, being Eddie Guerrero, but Italian.
Dun, 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 dun. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Let's see. I don't have much on this one other than I really like Mitch Pileggi being in it. And Jesse is the dad. Let's see what else do I here. Oh, that's about it. Barb's doing Batman's workout. That was another thing I saw, where the upside down and then hanging from the metal thing and then doing the sit-ups up. I was like,
yes.
"Hey, that actually kind of makes sense, and I like this."
Yeah, yeah. And it looks like Batgirl.
Yes, I will never get over Dina Meyer not being proper Batgirl for like at least a solid episode or two at the beginning of this. That's probably why it didn't work out the best. There was not a highlight on the Batverse at all.
No, and again, turning Huntress into an animal, werewolf type manimal, whatever, that pushes away from the Bat family, I think, because again, nothing about it is like the comic books at all, and I can't say that translated into a good TV show. As far as it's not good representation whatsoever, as far as being a representative of the comic book, but it has its place as being entertaining, just not. You wouldn't always necessarily know it's a Batman story when you're watching Helena.
Oh yeah,
and I know you're not always supposed to be thinking, okay, I'm watching Batman. You're supposed to be watching Helena, but this is Gotham. This is the remnants of Batman's foes or rogues that are still in Gotham and plaguing it. It's still that problem that I'm sure he's managing somewhere.
Oh yeah, a Circle K, fire station. We'll find out.
Another cavern under the city.
Yep, probably.
Like Dark Knight, anyway.
Yep.
Or a car yard, like in the movies. So stupid.
So let's see. That was Nature of the Beast. Then we go into Gladiatrix. Helena gets abducted and she gets thrown into a secret fighting club with a lot of women who are being forced and drugged to fight each other in an arena. And I call this the pro wrestling episode. This one kind of blew. I did not like anything about this episode. You could actually skip this one.
So before we skip it, I will say this about that. This is a bit tropish. They had a similar episode in She-Hulk, of course, with the metahumans fighting one another and shit. Although that was for profit, this was slavery and whatnot. They did it in X-Men 2. Probably did it they did it in the first X-Men movie, and they do it in X-Men a lot. So again, like I said, this is tropish. The whole gladiator thing, I could. They needed at least one packet of chocolate pudding, and they didn't have that. There was way too many clothes, not enough pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
And yeah, it would have been better having pudding or beer or lasers or something. Bubbles, suds.
Bubble blaster.
Name your pleasure. But otherwise,
Kevin usually does.
It was just punching. There was nothing to it. There's no biting, no squeezing.
No jello.
No jello. Jello, see? Now you're getting it.
Just saying. Just saying.
Chocolate syrup. Oh, anyway.
Yeah, this one was just kind of a pretty mid episode. Fight scenes were all right. Not really much happening in this, though. So I just kind of felt a little disappointed in this one. It's just the way it goes sometimes.
No, but now my imagination just made it so much better.
There you go. You are welcome, sir.
Now I hear Helen in the back of my head going, "You're my boy, Blue."
Get your butt over here, boy.
Going fighting.
Yeah. Oh, the next one is Reunion. When Helena's former classmates descend upon New Gotham for high school reunion, 2 of the alums are murdered. When Helena tries to find the killer, she fears that Jesse's investigation will lead him to learn about her true identity. Well, spoiler alert, at the end of the episode, she basically tells him, yes, I'm Huntress. Oh, that explains everything. Well, then why shouldn't you do it from the word go, girl?
This episode was supposed to be prolific, but it really
was
just
not.
kind of, yeah, it really showed their lack of thought as far as thinking things through.
Yep.
Okay, call me Huntress. Everyone else calls me Helena. I have a legal name. I have documentation as far as like fingerprints, birth certificates, school records, things like that, photographs.
Yeah.
I don't wear a mask. And the cops don't know who I am.
But yeah,
I was
if I get a
photographed. My
glance,
mother
you're
was
gonna
murdered.
bust me.
Yeah. I'm the daughter of Catwoman, and I was photographed over her dead body crying. Like in The Tick, everybody knew who Arthur was.
Oh yeah.
He was the
It's just
dude
the
from
way it
that
is.
fucking newspaper.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, yeah. So, I mean, it's like she would have been more famous. There would have been more of a necessity to have a mask like she wears in the comics.
Yep.
The whole secret identity thing was kind of stupid in this series.
Yeah,
Like
pretty much.
you don't wear a
Just
fucking
for
mask.
It
What
was
do you...
for naught.
Yeah. And the fact that he finds out by looking at her high school yearbook. All right, y'all. Like, we'll take it. That works.
Suspension of disbelief, Kevin. I don't believe anything coming out of that boy's mouth. I'll tell you what. Right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. 3 snaps and a twist.
Keep hitting my microphone every time I want to do that. Stop it.
Okay, so that was that. And then we get to basically, I want to say, the real meat of this show when it started to kind of figure out what it was doing. Feet of Clay and then Devil's Eyes. This plays like a two-parter. It did it on my disc too. Where basically these 2 episodes were together as a part 1 and a part 2. So I think it flowed very well as that kind of story because they were able to do Clayface and then shift on over to Harley Quinn and her big goal that was going on at about the 13 episode mark. So Feet of Clay, we got a robber gains the ability to turn people to clay. Helena goes to Arkham Asylum and interrogates her father's old enemy, Clayface, who possesses the same abilities and learns a shocking fact about her past. Basically, Clayface admits that he killed Helena's mother and he enjoyed it and he wanted to learn more about her suffering. Unfortunately, his kid had other plans. He wanted to rob and make a big impression and say, my daddy's in prison, I'm taking over now. So it's kind of the basic foundation of this episode, but I really enjoy it because good acting. They didn't overham it too much between Clayface and his kid. And I don't know what it is, but this one actually kind of worked for me because a lot was happening and there was some payoff to it all.
See, this is going to sound silly, but if you've seen our RoboCop episodes, you know what I'm saying. Clayface could have very, very easily been just as stupid as Pudface in this show. But I liked Pudface. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But he was called Pudface for a reason. Like it was supposed to be stupid. Clayface looked a lot like him in this, but didn't act anything like him. He acted a bit more like a supervillain would. Not Clayface necessarily,
Right.
but he was much more of a criminal in this than say Pudface was in RoboCop. Less over the top anyway. I loved him. But Clayface in this, he's not the giant hulking monster from the cartoon. He's made of clay and he looks disheveled and flaking apart and gross, and he just wipes parts of himself off and makes sculptures. So he's not an actor. He's still an artist. He's just not an actor. He's a sculptor now.
True. Very true. And he cannot help himself.
Yeah, but who let him out? Did Harley let him out?
No, he escaped because he got Helena to start beating up his cell. That created a crack, and he exploited that crack and was able to get out that way.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's like some impenetrable, like plexiglass of some sort, where he shouldn't be able to get out at all, let alone see a scratch on that damn thing.
Yeah, we've seen Arkham Asylum in the games. We know he can't get through that shit.
Yep, ain't no damn way. But hey, it's an enjoyable episode. I think it plays out like very well. Like, okay, I think you're figuring out the rating you need for this show, and not putzing around with too much teen angst drama or anything like that. There's enough going on between the different characters on the show that it feels like it's nice to kind of hit some sort of stable moment for everybody.
Yeah, except for Wade.
Well, Wade's coming up in the final episode, Devil's Eyes.
Oh, I
Harley
thought that was here, and then yeah, okay, never mind. My bad.
No, yeah, she gets him in Devil's Eyes, and Harley Quinn gains hypnotic powers. She then takes complete control of the clock tower, and after killing Wade, broadcasts a hypnotic signal to every television set in New Gotham. Together, the birds infiltrate the clock tower.
This was fun.
What's that?
This was fun.
This was a really good episode. I wanna say it's probably the best episode. I don't know if it's my absolute favorite of the bunch. I mentioned that earlier, but this ultimately put together, this was a clicking of the script, the characters, and the actors and the actresses, and the direction. Flawless victory on this last episode. I actually think they stuck the landing better than starting the show here.
Yes, I would agree. Everybody kind of had a place. Everybody had a purpose. Everything that everyone has done thus far came to fruition. So instead of Batgirl trying to talk down Helena from killing people, Helena's trying to talk down Batgirl from killing Harley. My only problem with that is like, dude, how long were you seeing this fucking guy for? You're that pissed off.
Well, the other problem I had with the whole thing was she's been through being shot by Joker, paralyzed for life. She's seen more death from other villains. You're telling me just this one time was enough to send her over the edge to kill somebody? I don't buy it, because she wasn't with Wade all that long in the grand scheme of things.
Well, it's just proven Mr. J right. You know, all it takes is one bad day.
True.
And that was the whole purpose of the Killing Joke when he fucking crippled her in the first place.
Yep.
Was to make her dad go fucking nuts.
Yeah, that was for James, which we only got like a couple references to her dad like at all in this show.
Did they mention him?
Mentioned him once or twice. Once I specifically remember, and a second time, I'm pretty sure there was another time, but the one I remember is when she was talking about like how her father and Batman were a great duo.
Oh, yes. Which they are in the new Lego game. I haven't seen Robin yet. He plays. Yeah, it's fun. I haven't gotten James Bond. I elected to get Batman instead of James Bond.
I'd say that was a smart business decision.
And I could take it to work with me on the portal too. So it's like,
that's true.
I like Batman, y'all.
Hey, who doesn't like Batman?
Actually, the costume, the ninja costume that Batman wears when Lady Shiva retrains him to walk and fight again is the next thing I have to buy. I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh, cool.
It's like, I remember that mask.
Right.
Anyway. So anyway, this episode ended really well. It started really well. It plays just like a comic book. It plays just like one of the Arkham games. Harley, instead of having her own gang, gets a bunch of cops to be her thugs.
Yeah.
So now you can't necessarily beat the shit out of the thugs because they're cops. They're good guys just under the bad guy's control, which is usually a Poison Ivy thing.
Exactly.
But, you know, it really worked here. and they had the reflective lenses that worked against the hypnosis, and it was all cliche, but in a fun comic book way, the way it was supposed to be, the way the show should have been the entire season.
Yes, this was a good case in point on, okay, you finally figured out the formula and now you're done. Great. Welcome to the rest of the club with every other show that got canceled at 13 episodes.
Yeah, I don't want to see people going out on dates. I don't want to see, oh, his parents didn't like me because my legs don't work. They're able
How do I
to
pay the bills around here? You
know, fucking inheritance to the fucking Wayne Foundation. I don't know.
I know, right? It's like she can handle herself. She's fine.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend, who again, like you said, was mentioned, never shows up, is the fucking sole heir to the fucking Wayne Foundation at that point. Yep. Dick.
Biatch.
That Dick wasn't in here or as an ex-boyfriend was a missed opportunity. I would have loved to see him.
I think so. He could have been there to help her out when she needed the help.
Like, I have two favorite comic book couples, and that's Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon and Gambit and Rogue.
Oh, I completely agree on both.
I love those two couples. They're just like my absolute favorite.
Oh, yeah.
More so than Spider-Man and MJ.
True.
I never disliked them. That was only Joe Quesada.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, that was Birds of Prey. Did you at least get a kick out of watching this one? I mean, I know I did, and I'm glad I got this in the collection. Probably it's going to be about another few years before I watch it, though.
Yeah,
I mean, the writing is
it.
kind of most of the time. That was fine. Nope, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, but at the same time, everyone except for Shamar was absolutely enjoyable.
Agreed.
But again,
I think the cast
I've heard nothing but the fact that he's a fucking douchebag in real life, and he's been like hypersexualized fucking with his sweaty abs on fucking TV for the last 20 some fucking years. I'm just kind of like, I don't need to see this in my comic books.
Nope. Unless they're the Superman or whatever.
Go back to the Old Spice commercial. I think that was him. I don't know.
Like Bruce
Criminal
Campbell.
Minds. Yep. See, like my ex-wife loved Criminal Minds and loved him because he was in Criminal Minds. I'm like, he's a piece of shit though in real life. He doesn't act like that fucking cool guy that you really like.
Right.
Kind of like Captain Kirk.
I almost got that vibe just watching him on screen. I'm like, this is somebody who doesn't seem terribly invested into this script or the character.
No.
And I don't like bagging on actors, but I kind of got that vibe from him.
It was a little soap opera-ish.
Yep.
A little. I'll bag. I don't care.
I don't care either. Birds of Prey, everybody. 2002, 2003. Hey, what a trip. But, Kevin, before we head on out, you want to let everybody know where they can find us and what we got coming up next.
Oh, gosh. Coming up next. Oh, what day is it? Well, tomorrow we have our live stream, our weekly Saturday night live stream, which is Deadwire Live. Some of our top stories is going to be Ghostbusters Day 2026 coming up. They've announced the festivities going on at Hook and Ladder 8. We'll be talking about that. Some memorials going on tomorrow that we'll be talking about. Some pretty big ones, actually. Some pretty big names for pop culture passed away this week. And then what else did we get? Some looks at Spider-Man, Doomsday, as well as there was one other, Bullseye. We've got some fresh looks at Bullseye.
That's right. I saw that earlier. Yeah.
And it looks dope. And then coming up next Tuesday, we have Deadwire Live, where Jeff and I are going to be starting a Pirate Week, I believe.
0 point reviews.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's okay.
I like the name of that show. I just said it, twice. Thank you. We'll be talking about Deadwire Live. We're starting Pirate Month. What movie are we starting with?
I think we'll be starting with Muppet Treasure Island.
Dope. There's
I
no
just gotta
wrong
find
reason.
it in the collection, or I gotta find it on streaming somewhere. That's all. But we'll do that one first, I think. After that, then we'll have a plan for the rest of the month.
I dig it. Otherwise, I'll just send you my Disney password.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works too.
So yeah, we're gonna be talking about pirates for the next month or so, and we've got some really neat movies in mind. Things like Ice Pirates, things like not confirmed, but Ice Pirates, Cutthroat Island, Pirates of the Caribbean. Only the first one, I think, because the rest of them are all kind of. But yeah, we've got some neat movies coming up, and then every Thursday night we have the Stargate Files, where Jeff and Steve will talk about 2 episodes of Stargate, SG-1, Atlantis, and how many other titles did they have?
Atlantis, Universe, SG-1. That's about it so far.
All right. Yeah. So you can catch us here all throughout the week on the Suns and Shadows channel, on YouTube, on Rumble, wherever you guys catch your podcasts. We are here.
And we will see you all next time. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Hit the like button on the way out. Share and subscribe. We're on video on demand. So if you didn't catch all of this, go on back, start all over again, and have a fun time. And let's see here. We got a question from Scooby. Questions for August. Let's see. What do we got in August?
Yeah,
that's going to be back to school month. We're going to do Strange Behavior, Class of 84, Class of 99, Class of Nukem High. So we got some fun little sci-fi horror back to school movies going on.
Did we already do Back to School?
I don't know. That might be a bonus round for us. We'll have to double check. We don't like to double up too terribly much around here unless we're doing something different this go around.
Yeah, I mean we've done shows where we've talked about the same TV show or movie because we're doing it with a different format.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
without a lot of my jokey bullshit, we'll do more technical reviews and
whatever. We still have fun around here. I like your crazy bullshit, Kevin.
Just wait until tomorrow.
Yep. So just wait till tomorrow. We'll have a fun live stream. And for members of our channel, we have a Stargate stream that we're going to be pre-recording tomorrow. We have a guest, Victor Lambs, who does another YouTube channel. He does a animated series called Stargate Friends. He's also got his own little podcast. So that'll be a little exclusive. But once it's done recording, it'll be unlisted. So if you want to tune in, that might be a good place to check it out. Because it'll be unlisted, and then we'll re-upload that for Thursday for our normal otherwise schedule, and we will still be floating around in the chat to hang out with everybody. So that being said, thank you everybody for tuning in. We will see you on the next one.
Get out.